Hello, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and today we're going to do something that I've been asked to do every day for the past forever, which is we're just gonna talk about a bunch of DAOs. So the first one is Fortune DAO, which is the biggest DAO on the Kronos chain, with a market cap under $5 million. None of this is financial advice. I would never recommend any DAO ever. I wouldn't recommend against them, but I just don't do the recommendations. So all that I'm doing is exposing you to different protocols, and then you can make your own financial decisions about whether you want to enter these protocols or not. So, Fortune DAO. This is, if you look on Kronos, you'll see it is the number 11th biggest project on the Kronos chain. Kronos being a relatively up-and-coming chain backed by the CDC, Crypto.com, network, business, conglomerate, whatever you want to call that. If you look at the chart for Kronos on Dex Screener, it's the only place I could find it. Looks like it launched around the 16th, but I could be wrong on that. That's just what Dex Screener has data for. Big up, way up to almost $1,000, and then just, bing, bang, boom, all around, and now we're hovering around $200 again. Market cap around $4 million, according to their dashboard. So what are they doing that's kind of different, right? I don't really care about DAOs unless they're doing something at least somewhat different. So here we have the black hole, and the black hole, what it does is it takes portions of the treasury, which is neat in my opinion, and it puts them into yield aggregators or auto compounding farms. So here we have 10% in this USDC USDT farm. We have 7.5% in this USDC DAI farm. So they're in stable farms, which I can appreciate, and they're aggregating yield that way. So their treasury is growing. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely. However, I have opinions about AutoFarm and the way they present their data. I would like to think it's just they have a lag in their APR scraping from other websites, but who knows? I recently did a Twitter post about how they had a stable farm, which was Frax USDC, advertised on Moon River at like 60% APY. However, the highest mathematically possible APY for that particular farm was like 23%. So it was 65% that they advertised. Highest mathematically possible was 25%. I'm not going to get into it, but I just double check all of your math with some of these auto compounders, and you can do that with the APR versus APY calculator, by the way, which is on my Twitter page, on my pinned. It's always going to be there, but maybe it'll be linked in the description as well. So next one that I get asked a lot about is Rug.farm. Now, when people kept asking me to do a Rug.farm video or to talk about Rug.farm, I thought it was going to be like a farm, like where I'd come here and I'd get to, stake a bunch of different assets and get some sort of crazy high yield, hopefully, minimal deposit fee. But it is a DAO that I looked at their documents and I looked at they're definitely real stats. A nice round number. It's just, the market cap is higher than the Fortune DAO. It's at 50 million market cap. I don't know what to say about this. I looked at their docs. It's literally just a carbon copy of every other ohm fork. There's nothing new or unique to my knowledge about this, except for it's just sort of taking itself not very seriously. Big, trust me, bro. So it's neat. I don't know if it's going to Rug. I think Rug stands for "Are you generous?" which is nice. It's a nice sort of sentiment. Maybe it's rewarding people who are generous. I don't know. But it has some sold out mints. So this is more of a time fork than an ohm fork. But for what it's worth, there it is. Rug DAO. No financial advice here. It's just a basic fork that has memeified stats and doesn't seem to be taking itself too seriously, though it does in the docs say it is trying to actually create a DAO and be decentrally organized and is doing all the things that most of these are trying to do, which is to create a decentralized autonomous organization that sort of dictates what happens with the treasury. All right, next we're going to talk about Magnet DAO. Magnet DAO is still in early stages, not launched yet. Whitelist is closed. They closed They did their snapshot November 30th. If you were in there before November 30th and you didn't sign up for the whitelist, you can today if you want to. So they're gonna have like a max supply. So I need to do more research about this one to figure out like how they're going to do that, and if this is like an interesting project. They have been like going to launch for a very long time, whereas many of these DAOs just sort of pop up, right? They just carbon copy ohm, carbon copy time, throw it up, maybe with one small tweak here or there, and then just make a bunch of money really quickly and then pilfer out and get forgotten about. This one has sort of been building itself up for a while, and I think, you know, we'll see what happens with it. To learn more, I would recommend joining the Discord, maybe following them on Twitter. But like any of these projects, like with RomeDAO, with Babylon, with Redacted, all of these ones you hear a lot about that. Well, Rome is launched now, but with the ones that haven't launched yet, Discords are the best place to learn about what's going on, to get whitelisted, to get early access to the tokens before they go public, all that kind of stuff. So the next one is Rome. So Rome is launched. It is the number 3 Moonriver only protocol on the Moonriver network. If you look over here, you can see that Moonriver only protocols 1, 2, 3. We got RomeDAO. It is otherwise the number 5 protocol on Moonriver. TVL around 12 million. Still, well, you know, take that for what you will. They don't have a dashboard, and if they do, you know, I'm sorry for not seeing it immediately. It may be there. Right, this is a quick video to just sort of scattershot all of the DAOs that people are constantly asking me about. Bonds are all negative, which generally means the price is down. When the price goes up, the bond discounts get higher because they're discounted. Well, the way these bonds work is you buy the coin at a discounted price, and that's the price you got it at. And then you get that coin vested to you over a number of days. So when the price goes up, that discount looks better because you bought it at, like, let's say the price is $100 and you get the discount at $75. If the price then goes to $150, your discount is now 50% instead of the original 25%, but you still got it at $75. Like, that doesn't change. So anyways, when the price goes down under the discount that was offered, you see negative numbers. Right, so that's generally an indicator to me that the price is down. That's how I made that conclusion. And then if you go over to SolarBeam to see if this is true, well, it looks like the price in Frax is 628. So that is low-ish relative to the height of a Rome, which I think was like $2,000 almost at some point. Maybe it even went higher. So a Rome was way above $1,000, between like that $1,000 $2,000 range, kind of like Clamma. And now it's around 600. So you make your own financial decisions whether or not you think that's a good buy. To get onto Moonriver, it's not that hard. In fact, we're going to talk really quickly. This is like the alpha that you may not have known that you really wanted. Talk really quickly about Elk. Right, I'm just going to slide this piece of wisdom in here. So if you use app.elk.finance, what you can do is you can buy Elk on the platform that you like. They have a whole bunch of different chains, and then you can send that Elk to another chain, and then they usually give you a little bit of gas or allow you to transfer that Elk into the native token on that chain. So let's just do this really quickly for Moonriver, right? So I'm going to go to Phantom right now. Go to Phantom. I'm going to buy some Elk with like 1 Phantom. That should be enough gas on Moonriver. So swap, Phantom. I'm not connected. That probably explains it. Error connecting. Should be easy. Yeah, connect. Sure, go ahead. Connect. Ta-da. Okay. Phantom. Great. Phantom. 1 Phantom. Should be enough. Swap. Confirm swap. And again, this is a great way, hopefully it works, fingers crossed. This is a great way to get gas onto a new chain. Yeah, add Elk to MetaMask. Sure, go ahead, just in case I ever need it. Close. Pending. It says pending, but this looks like a clone of all these other swaps that look just like this. It'll say pending for longer than it's actually done. So this is done. I'll go over to ElkNet over here. I actually bought a little bit more than this, so let me refresh. Because I tried sending this to a different place and it didn't work. So I'm hoping that if I have more than one, maybe it'll work, because I want to go to Moon River. Yes, okay, so it seems like you need at least one. I had less than one before, it didn't work. Now I have at least one, so I'm going to click swap elk 1 for gas. So now I'm sending from Phantom. I'm sending elk from Phantom to Moon River. Transfer. Totally just snuck this in the video. But here you go. You're welcome. And so it's pending. So while it pens, let me tell you about some other things and resources that you can use. So we looked at a bunch of different forks. There are so many more. There's Cerebus DAO, there's Redacted, there's Babylon, right? All of these different DAOs. There's Invictus, which, by the way, if you're into Invictus and you wanted a calculator for, I built one, and you can build it too. So I used my AnyDAO calculator and my APR versus APY calculator to sort of create this. I plugged in their APY, which was 41,384, and I know they compound a bunch of times per day, and I know that at some point compounding more times doesn't really change anything, so I just said 1,000 compounds per day. We'll call it 1,000. And so that gave me a base APR of 602, threw that bad boy right in here, and got a ROI each compound, which gave me all the information I needed to jump into my AnyDAO calculator. Right, 1,000 rebases per day. I threw that rebase rate, that 00165 that I got right from here, into there, and there you go. Yearly ROI is exactly what I would expect. So this is how you create an Invictus calculator using the AnyDAO calc, which is a paid calc, but if you're a Patreon member, then you get free access to it. And if you want this, just send me like literally any donation size to my PayPal or my MetaMask. You can message me on Twitter for that information, or just show me proof of a charitable donation that you donated to a charity in the past 24 hours. And then I'll send it to you. There you go. Okay, so there's Invictus, but here's what I want to show you. So on my team's Discord, on the Calcs Discord, there is this genius man who would probably get upset if he heard me say that, but he has created a Google Calendar with all of the, or at least as many as you could imagine, Ohm fork launch dates and like associated IDO dates and associated whitelist dates. And so this was November. You can see all of these dots are different launch dates, and this is December, right, with all of these different launch dates. And so I post screenshots of this periodically on the Patreon, just to keep people up to date. Like if they want to do their own DAO research, by all means. And then he also, him and his team, also curated this list, which is just a whole bunch of DAOs. I mean, just look at this. This is ridiculous. And then of course, you know, the Hall of Shame here, where it's just rugs and rugs and rugs and a joke rug. Oh, that probably made people feel better. But you know, here we go. And then there are some other ones. I like that the Ethereum blockchain is dark red, probably because it's just such an unmanageable blockchain right now with those fees. So anyways, this resource is available to the public through his own generosity. So you can find that by going to the Calcs Discord, going to reserve currencies, and clicking on pinned messages. It'll pop up right here from Raul, the genius himself. You can click on that. And, you know, there are also some other tools that people have posted that you can look at. So that's about it, guys. Let's see if all this is done. So it said it transferred to Bifrost. We'll see. So if I click and switch over to Moon River now. Moon River. Hey! I have some mover. I got some Moon River. This is awesome. So now I have gas. This is exciting for me. So cool. So can I add elk to? Because I'm pretty sure I have some elk here. Yeah. I would grab the elk, look at mover, and I would max this, right? Because immediately I just want as much mover as I can get. So I approve my elk because I have gas, because I can do it. And it's connecting. It's going. Confirm. And then I'm going to swap it. So, oh, there actually was one more thing. This is a very disorganized video, and I'm sorry, but the DAO ecosystem is disorganized. So let's just call it a reflection of that. Anyways, I'm going to swap for a mover probably after this video is over. Let's quickly talk about life And I know people requested that I do Life's own video, but it's really, there's not too much to it. So Life is the DAO that's going to be launched by Tomb Finance. Tomb Finance is backed by Henry Ye, who is a billionaire and who has brought Tomb to be one of the most successful protocols on the Phantom chain. He also has, or Tomb Finance also has their own launchpad, Phantom Pad, that looks neat, so good for them. I love the UX, honestly, and I'm not pumping them, I just really do like the UX. It looks very pleasant. This is where Life is going to launch. Now, you'll notice they have different tiers. I imagine that'll be the case for the Life token as well, and to access these tiers, you need to buy Tomb tokens. And Tomb tokens, as a reminder, are the tokens that are supposed to be sort of like pegged to Phantom. So Tomb and Phantom will always have very similar prices. And if you want to participate in the way the algorithm works, you can hop over to Tomb Finance and do some staking or bonding or burning, whatever. So look at the total seats, right? This is going to be a very popular protocol, this Life thing. Doesn't mean it'll be successful. Popular and successful don't mean the same thing. But, you know, total number of seats here is like 600 or something, or 5, whatever. I'm not going to do the math right now, but 110 plus, maybe I will do 185 plus 275. That's going to be 185 plus 275. 85 and 75 is 160. 160 plus 4, so like 560. My math could be wrong, but it looks like there was 560 total seats. If there are only 560 total seats for the Life IDO, they're going to be gone like that. So keep that in mind. You'll come here, you'll connect your wallet, you'll stake your Tomb, and then you'll hopefully get a seat and you'll be able to buy your Life. That's it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was fast, maybe a bit nonsensical, with some strange pieces of knowledge dropped in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to become a Patreon member and have access to other resources and data and things, by all means, go ahead and join the Patreon, link in the description. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.